Hey, what's up guys, Spencer here from OnlyAGuyOnYT, and I know it's been absolutely ages since I last uploaded. Well, here I am, I'm back. I know I've promised before about videos coming more regularly, but I've been having, life stuff going on. I've been focusing on college lately, so that's been, my priority, as, a lot of you will understand. But anyway, here I am. I'm going to be doing, hopefully, fingers crossed, get out 2 videos a week, if not 1 video at least a week for you guys. So it could be gaming, reviews, whatever it is. I just want to let you guys know I will be focusing a lot more on reviews, as this video is a review of the Steelseries Rival 300. It's the newer version of the Steelseries Rival, just so you guys are aware. So yeah, let's jump straight into it. So let's jump straight into it. So the Steelseries Rival 300 is going for about $49.99. That's English pounds, by the way. And in dollars, I think it's just under 60 US dollars, I believe. Which you can buy out off Amazon, any pretty much store. And you can get it in black, which I have got it in black, as you can see on the images. And you can get it in white and grey as well. So let's jump into the features and specs of the mouse. So the Steelseries Rival 300 is RGB illumination. As you can see on screen, the scroller changes colour, and so does the Steelseries logo on the top of the mouse. You could change it to multiple colours. You can have the back as green and the scroll as a white, whichever you want. Also, it is a bit gimmicky, but you can play on CSGO, and when you die it does go red, and when you're on the counter terrace it does change colour, as well as when you're on the terrace as well. I know you ain't gonna really notice when you're playing, but it's a nice little feature there. It has 30 million click switches as well. So basically what that means is it will last 30 million clicks, like my death adder. I just had to recently change it for this mouse because the clicking is double clicking now, which is unfortunate because I love that mouse. That is, one I would recommend as well. But this is also a lovely mouse, and I've took to it quite nicely. So let's talk about the optical sensor. So the Rival 300 has a PixArt PMW3310 optical sensor, and I kind of like this sensor. I do find when I'm playing, say, CSGO, when I lift the mouse off slightly, it does move the character, which I find it's very, very sensitive compared to the Death Adder, which I did prefer because I was able to take my hand, the mouse off the mat, and without it going everywhere. So maybe if you're looking for a specific, say, gaming mouse for shooters, then maybe look at the Death Adder. But this isn't too bad. It just depends how you play. Obviously I have kind of a small mat, so I'll be lifting it off a lot more, but if you have a long mat, then it's pretty good for that. This mouse, or mice, whichever you want to call it, I know in my last video people will correct me on that. It depends where you live and where you're from. So anyway, moving on. So the operating system that this mouse can run on is Mac OS operating system X, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, pretty much what all the mouses nowadays run off, so you ain't got to worry about what operating system you're on. Also, you can get this mouse in left hand. I have got it in right hand at the minute because I am obviously right-handed, hence the reason why the button's on the left side, where my thumb can easily click. So talking about that, I do find the buttons quite cheap in a sense. I know on the Death Adder it felt really nice and smooth clicking. They are fairly decent. I feel like my thumb doesn't click it too well. I wish it moved it forward a bit more. But they're alright for the price that you're paying for this. And underneath that you have the grip. Now the grip is fairly nice. It's more of like a plasticky rubber. Compared to, say, the Death Adder, it was more like a nice spongy rubber. And then on top of the mouse you have the scroller. Now the scroller is quite loud, but compared to other mouses, like the Rival 100, I found that was very loud and it sounded very cheap as well. However, this one is loud when you when you're scrolling it backwards, but forward it's not too bad. It is quiet, but when you got your earphones on or whatever, then you ain't really gonna notice. And then above that you have the DPI sensitivity, so you can change the DPI on the run. Also there is software which you can actually change it to, so you can have mode 1 for example be, I don't know, 1500 DPI, or the next one when you click it again it'll be like 2000, etc, etc, etc. And then let's talk about the texture on top of the mouse. It is a very nice smooth texture. I don't have any problems with that when my hands sweat. I sweat quite badly, so with the Death that I had, it was always slippy. This one isn't too bad. I find it better than the Death Adder. It's nice, smoother, professional finish, I believe. And the clicking as well, they are also very smooth and very responsive as well. And on the right side you have the texture grip, same as the left. Not really much to say about that. It's just nice. My hands don't slip, which is good. Moving on to the cable. The cable is just a cheap plastic tubing. Not really much to say about that. I did prefer the Death Adder one. I think pretty much all Razer products wires are threaded in that way, which is really nice. But never mind, for the price you're paying, again, you gotta remember this is only £50 and you are getting a lot for your money. So moving on to the software, you can download this from the Steelseries download and drivers webpage. It's just the Engine 3, you don't need Engine 2. Obviously you get the Mac OS or Windows, so you download whichever one you want. It's very quick and small download as well. So when you open the software, you'll see in My Gear the Rival 300. Now it will come up when the drivers are installed, so pretty much instantly. And then you'll be able to access the settings for it. So here you can see you could change every little button settings on here. The DPI, like I said earlier, as well as the lighting on the logo and the scroll wheel. So there is a lot there for the price you're getting, really. So that's the Steelseries Rival 300. So just before the video ends, I want to show you some gameplay of CSGO with me playing with this mouse. Now I know I'm not the best, but for the first few games I was playing with this, I took to it very easily, which is always good when you just move from another mouse, or if this is your first pretty much mouse for the setup that you have. So yeah guys, I want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.